The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello everyone. So this is the next session I'm going to take it, that is based on trigonometry. As I said in the previous question that instead of doing or spending much time on probability of PNC, you can spend some time on trigonometry, because I think in every year one or two question has been appeared based on trigonometry. So let's start with this session, that is based on trigonometry. Mostly questions are based on height and distance. So let's see. Starting with 2010 again. This question says the two poles of height 2 meter and 3 meters, they are 5 meter apart. The height of the point of the intersection of the line joining the top of each pole to the foot of the opposite pole. So line joining the top with the foot of each pole, we need to find out the height of this. So this is basically mostly not a, as such I should say, it's a trigonometry question. It's kind of similarity based question. So either you can use the similarity in these two triangles to get the answer. Otherwise, just remember, if this length is A or this length is B, we need to find out the length of this C. So with the help of similarity, we get a direct relation. The relation is 1 by C is equal to 1 by A plus 1 by B. Remember this. This is very useful direct relation between these three lengths based on similarity. So 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 is my answer. That is 6. That is 3 plus 2, it's 5 by 6. So 1 by C is 5 by 6. So length of C is 6 by 5, which is 1.2 meter. That is the answer. So I have placed this question in trigonometry because whenever we see this kind of question, it seems like a trigonometry question. It is more or less, it's a geometry question. Okay, simple. Come to the next one. Now, this question says a police inspector spot a thief standing 7 kilometers away from him on a straight road aligned in east-west direction. So there is a straight road east-west direction. This inspector is standing on the eastern side. So here it is the inspector and here is the thief. On spotting the inspector, the thief takes his bicycle and tries to cut across the adjoining field by riding away with a uniform speed of 9 root 2 km per hour in a direction, making an angle of 45 degree with the road towards northeast. So that is north, that is east. So thief runs in this direction, northeast direction, at an angle of 45 degree with the speed of 9 root 2 km per hour. The inspector starts with his scooter at the same instant to move with a uniform velocity of 15 km per hour and catches the thief. So inspector starts running towards him, and let's say he catches the thief here. He is running at the speed of 15 km per hour. So time is same. In the same time when inspector covers this much distance, thief covers this much distance. So let's say we assume the time is t. So that distance will be speed into time, speed into time. This point is, let's say, c. So what we need to find out? We need to find out the time taken. So basically we need to find out t and distance. We need to find out 15t. So two things we need to find out. This angle, it's not known, right? If angle is not known, but we know this part, it's 7 kilometer. That is 7. Distance is 7. That is 9 root 2t. This is 15t. So what I do, I drop a perpendicular here. If I drop a perpendicular here, what I'll get? This is 90 degree. That is 45. So this will also be 45. And in 45, 45, 90 triangle, what is the side ratio? The side ratio is 1 is to 1 is to root 2. So this side and this side will be same. If in front of 90, that is 9 root 2 t given. That is 9 root 2 t. So root 2 denotes 9 root 2. So 1 will denote 90. And this will also denote 90. Root 2 denotes 9 root 2. So 1 will denote 90. So this part will be 90. and this part will also be 90. So this part will be 7 minus 90. Complete is 7, this is 90, so this distance will be 7 minus 90. Now this is a right angle triangle. Can I use the Pythagoras theorem in this right angle triangle? So can I say 15t whole square, that is equivalent to 90 square, minus plus 7 minus 90 whole square? That is the question. So if I solve it, I'll get two answers, that is 90. So that is 81t square plus 49 plus 81t square minus 126t, that is equivalent to 225t square. That is the question. So 81, 81, 162. So if I take it 162 this side, 32, that is 63t square. That is plus 126t minus 49 is equal to 0. That is the quadratic equation. 7 is a common factor if you can see it easily. So the quadratic equation remains 90 square plus 18t minus 7 equal to 0. So if I need to solve it, if I multiply these two, this comes out to be minus 63. So factorize 63 in such a manner so that you get plus 18. So that is 21 and minus 3. Two factors so that I get sum as 18 and product as minus 63. Divide by the coefficient of t square. So the two factor will be 21 by 9 and minus 3 by 9, and change the sign later on. So these are the two factor, these are the two values, that is 3 by 9. I have written 1 by 3, which is same. Negative t cannot be there, so the only possible value for t is 3 by 9, which is 1 by 3, which is 20 minutes. So the first answer, how much time it took to catch the thief, it's 20 minutes. And how much distance? The distance traveled is 15t, and t is 1 by 3 r. So the distance traveled is 5 kilometers. That is the second answer. So we use again the geometry, and in most of the question you are going to use geometry rather using the sine cos formula. Remember these kind of things so that it is easier to solve these questions. So 45, 45, 90, the ratio is 1 is to 1 is to root 2. So that is 90. So remaining side will be 7 minus 90, and then I apply the Pythagoras. Done. Come to the next one. Next question says a 25 feet long ladder is placed against a wall with its base 7 feet from the wall. So there is a wall, there is a ladder which is 25 feet, and its base is 7 feet away from the wall. So that is 7, that is 25, and that is a wall. So after looking at this number, I can say that this part will be 24. If you remember the triplet, it is 7, 25, 24, 7, 24, 25. And if you do not remember the triplet, you can solve it by 25 square minus 7 square and root of that. So that is 625 minus 49, 576, and root of 576 is 24. Otherwise, I think you should know the triplet 7, 24, 25. So that is the case right now. The base of the ladder is drawn out so that the top comes down by half the distance that the base is drawn out. The base is drawn out, let's say it reaches at point D, and the top comes out by a distance which is half of this distance. So if this distance, let's say it's 2x, this distance is x. So now this becomes a new triangle, DEB. DEB becomes a new triangle. The ladder length is still 25. This is 2x, this is 7. So if I apply the Pythagoras, this is x, so this will be 24 minus x. So again, if I apply the Pythagoras here, I can say that 25 square is equal to 24 minus x whole square plus 7 plus 2x whole square. This distance is double than this distance. So that becomes 7 plus 2x. That is x. Complete was 24, so that is 24 minus x, and that ladder is still 25. So I applied the Pythagoras again. If I simplify it, 576 plus x square minus 48x plus 49 plus 4x square plus 28x, that is 625, that is cancelled. X square plus 4x square, that is 5x square, and minus 48x plus 28x, I took it that side, that becomes 20x. So x is cancelled, x comes out to be 4. So that distance is 4, but we need to find out this distance. This distance is 8. This distance. So which range? No. 8 is not including, so no, no, no. So the correct answer is none of these. So this distance is in the range of none of the options. Answer should be 8. Do not mark 4 because 4 is here also and here also. So answer should have been more than one of the above. So that is clear that it is not asking this distance, it is asking this distance. Okay, come to the next one. Sham, a fertilizer salesman, sells directly to the farmer. He visits two villages A and B. Sham starts from A and travels 50 meter to the east. Starts from A 50 meter to the east and then 50 meter northeast. Northeast is like this, 45 meter to his earlier direction. So now he is traveling at 45 degree to his initial direction, that is the northeast direction, and he travels 50 meter again. And after reaching at this point, he again travels for 50 meter and reaches at town B. That is the question. If the shortest distance between villages A and B, that is the shortest distance. If I join these 2 points, that is called the shortest distance. It is in the form of A root B plus root C. Find the value of A plus B plus C. So how to find this distance? For that, we need to complete a triangle. We'll complete a triangle, right angle triangle. So we need to find out AB. Now look at this. I drop a perpendicular here also. If this is 90, this is 45. So can I say this is also 45? And again, it becomes a 45, 45, 90 triangle. In 45, 45, 90 triangle, the side ratio is 1 is to 1 is to root 2. Which side is given? This side 90 in front of 90 it is given, that is 50. If root 2 denotes 50, 1 will denote 25 root 2 and this will also denote 25 root 2. So this is 25 root 2 and this side is also 25 root 2. If this is 25 root 2, this is also 25 root 2. Both the sides are equal heights. And if this is 50, this is also 50. This becomes a rectangle. So now we have the length of this side, we have the length of this side, we need to find out the length of AB. So what is the length of AB? Again, I can apply the Pythagoras. This side is 100 plus 25 root 2 whole square plus 25 root 2 whole square. And what is the answer? Answer is 10,000 plus 1250 plus 55,000 root 2 plus 1250. So that is 12,500 plus 5,000 root 2. Now can I take 2500 common from these two numbers? If I take 2500 common, what I'll remain with? 5 plus root 2. 5 plus 2 root 2. 2500 I'll take that side. So now the number comes out to be of this form. That is the length. But if you can see it carefully, that is A, we have A. That is B, we have B. But here it is given in root. So what is 2 root 2 in root? I'll take this 2 inside of this root. So that becomes 4. 4 into 2 it's 8. So now it comes in the form of A plus root B plus root C. So what is the value of A plus B plus C? The value of A plus B plus C is nothing else 550 plus 5 plus 8. The answer comes out to be 63. That is the answer. So answer is none of the above. So again, as you can see in most of the cases, I'm not using directly sine cos, I'm using the ratios, which is very helpful. If you can see the 45, 45, 90 and 30, 60, 90, and if you know the ratio, the question becomes easy. We need not to use the sine cos because it comes directly from the sine cos rule. I'm going to apply simple geometry in all the trigonometry questions. Okay, go to the next one. Similar kind of question. There are two windows on the wall of a building that need repair. There is a wall. And let's say there are two windows. One is here and one is somewhere here. There is the first window, that is the second window. A ladder 30 meter long is placed against the wall such that it just reaches the first window. That is the first window which is 26 meter high. So that is the ladder which is placed It reaches till here, that is 26 meter high. The foot of the ladder is at point A. After the first window is fixed, the foot of the ladder is pushed backwards to point B so that the ladder can reach the second window. That is the first window, that is the second window. So it pushed back till point B and it reaches till here. The angle made by the ladder with the ground is reduced by half. So if this angle was earlier 2 theta, this angle is theta. It has been reduced by half. The distance between point A and B is, now some distances are given, ladder length is given, that is 30. So that is also 30. Now in this triangle, if this is 30, this is 26, can you tell me this CA? What is CA? CA, it's 900 minus 676. 30 square minus 26 square. So that is 224. So CA length is root 224. And if you can take it, the approximate value, it is root 225. And root 225 is nothing, it is 15. So rather taking 224, I am going to take it 15. So what is the length of CA? I am taking 15. Now if this is 15 and this is 30, base upon hypotenuse, can you tell me the value of cos 2 theta? The cos 2 theta or cos theta, it's nothing, it is base upon hypotenuse. Base is 15, hypotenuse is 30. So that is half. So if cos 2 theta is half, which is cos 60, cos 60 is half. So 2 theta is 60. So what is theta? Theta is nothing, it is 30 degree. So this angle is actually 30. Now we have the angle, we have the hypotenuse, we need to get it the length of BC. So again, I'll use cos 30. Cos 30 is base upon hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is 30. And cos 30 is root 3 by 2. That is BC upon 30. So what is the length of BC? The length of BC comes out to be 15 root 3. So the complete length is 15 root 3 and this length is 15. So we need to find out what is the length of AB. The AB length will be 15 root 3 minus 15. The complete length is 15 root 3. This is 15. So the length of AB will be 15 root 3 minus 15. That is root 3 minus 1. And if you can see the options are in actual numbers, not in root. So I'll put it the value of root 3, which is 1.732 approx. So answer is 15 into 0.73. So it comes out to be more than 10.5. 15 into 7 is 10.5. So answer will be more than 10.5. So the last option will satisfy this answer. Answer is more than 10.5. So here I apply the cos and cos rule because we do not know the angle this time. So first we find the angle, then we apply it in the second triangle. So this is 30, this is cos 30. So we find the length of BC, base upon hypotenuse. Come to the next one. So the question is, a person is standing at a distance of 1800 meter facing a giant clock at the top of the tower. Now in this question, the difficult part was to draw the figure. I have given the figure in the solution, but it was difficult. So let's assume this is a clock and a person is standing here. At 5 p.m. he can see at 5 p.m. the position is like this, right? There is a minute hand. So person is somewhere here. If I draw it here, a person is standing here. He is able to see this top of the minute hand and he is standing somewhere at an angle of 30 degree elevation from his eye level. So this angle is 30 degree. Immediately the person start walking towards the tower. He is walking towards here, towards the tower at 5:10. Now at 5:10 the minute hand will be somewhere here. So I have shown that is a 5:10 position and now this person is at point B. Now he can see at 5:10 the person noticed the tip of the minute hand made an angle of 60 degree with respect to his eye level. His eye level is here and this tip of the level is making an angle of 60 degree. Using three-dimensional vision, find the speed at which the person is walking. So basically we need to find out the distance because once we find the distance, we know he has traveled this distance in how much time? In 10-minute time he has traveled this distance. So we'll find the speed also. The length of the minute hand is 200 root 3. This length, it's 200 root 3 op. This length of the minute hand, this length of the minute hand is 200 root 3. So again, that is a ground level, so I'm making an angle of 90 degree. That is 30 degree. That is 60 degree. 90, 30, so this is 60. Now again, if you know in 30, 60, 90 triangle, the side ratio is 1 is to root 3 is to 2. Which angle is given? Which side is given? We know the length of AM. So side in front of root 3 is given, which is 1800. The right side in front of 60 degree is given, which is 1800 meter. So root 3 denotes 1800. So 1 will denote 1800 upon root 3, which is 600 root 3. If this is 600 root 3, this will be 1200 root 3. So this complete side PM, that PM is 1200 root 3. If PM is 1200 root 3 and we know that OP is 200 root 3, can you tell me what is OM? OM will be 1000 root 3. Complete is 1200 root 3. This is 200 root 3. So if you subtract 1200 root 3 minus 200 root 3, you will get the length of OM, which is 1000 root 3. So now, which side is given? Again, if you can notice, this again becomes a 30, 60, 90 triangle. This is 60 degree, this is 90, so this angle will be 30 degree. Again, in 30, 60, 90 triangle, the side ratio is again 1 is to root 3 is to 2. Which side is given this time? The side in front of 60 is given. So root 3 denotes 1000 root 3. So 1 will denote 1000. So this distance, BM will be 1000. The side in front of 30 will be 1000. So if BM is 1000 and complete is 1800, I get the length of AB. AB comes out to be 800 meter. So what is the speed? It means he has traveled 800 meter in how much time? 10 minutes. So speed comes out to be 80 meter per minute. But look at the option. Options are given in kilometer per hour. So I'll multiply with 60 upon 1000. That is kilometer per hour. Meter to kilometer we need to divide. Minute to hour we need to multiply. So that is cancel 48 upon 1000. That is 80 meter per minute. So 2 decimal will be cancelled out. The answer is 48 upon 10, which is 4.8 kilometer per hour. But I made some mistake because answer was I think 8.4 kilometer per hour. That is 600, 1800 upon root 3. Root 3 denotes 1800. Look at once more. So 1 will denote 1800 upon root 3, which is 600 root 3. So 2 will be double, which is 1200 root 3. This is 1200 root 3, so this will be 1000 root 3. Now 1000 root 3, it's in front of 60 degree. So root 3 denotes 1000 root 3. So 1 will denote 1000. So 30 के सामने वाला 1000. So this will be 800. So 800 meter in 10 minutes. So the speed is 80 meter per minute. That should come 400. I think that comes out to be 1400. So now I hope I'm not able to identify the mistakes in calculation. So you may check it again from your side. So if there is a calculation mistake, you can correct it. Otherwise, I'm getting the answer right now. It's 4.8 kilometer per hour. But as far as my memory is concerned, I thought the answer was 8.4. चेक कर लेना एक बार, नहीं तो ये ठीक है। फिर अगर कोई गलती नहीं है तो ठीक है, अगर कैलकुलेशन मिस्टेक है तो फिर आंसर ये आ जाएगा या जो भी आ रहा है। लॉजिक यही है, ठीक है। कम टू द नेक्स्ट वन। Now again, this is a difficult question to draw the figure. A person standing on the ground at point A here saw an object at point B on the ground at a distance of 600 meters. So this distance is 600. The object started flying towards him at an angle of 30 degrees. So object started flying towards him with the ground. The person saw the object for the second time at point C, flying at an 30 degree angle. So he reaches here and objects reaches here and person see it for the second time at this point, making an angle of 30 degree with the ground. At point C, the object changed the direction and continued flying upwards. So it changed the direction. Earlier it was going in this direction, it changed it and flying upwards. And now the person saw the object for the third time when the object was directly above him. So at this point, the person look at the object for the third time. When object reaches at point E, that is the third point when he saw it. That is the second point, that is the first point he saw it. The object was flying at a constant speed of 10 km per hour. The speed is constant, right? Now, find the angle at which the object was flying after the person saw it for the second time. That is the angle it is talking about. Find the angle at which it is flying when he saw it for the second time. It should be third time. You may use additional information required. After it for the second time. तो after it मतलब यहाँ पे देखने के बाद किस एंगल पे उठ रहा था, तो मैं ये एंगल बताना थीटा थर्ड टाइम जब मिला उसको. After changing the direction, the object took 3 more minutes than it had taken before. Means from here to here, if it took x minute, now ये वाला जो time था वो 3 minutes ज़्यादा था, 3 minutes more. So if this time was x, this time should be x plus 3. ठीक है, ये पहला स्टेटमेंट है. दूसरा स्टेटमेंट है आफ्टर चेंजिंग द डायरेक्शन द ऑब्जेक्ट ट्रेवल्ड अ एडिशनल डिस्टेंस ऑफ 200 रूट 3. Additional distance of 200 root 3. So this distance is given as 200 root 3. अब देखते हैं, पहले इसको भूल जाते हैं फिलहाल, पहले ये सॉल्व करते हैं. This is 30, so this angle will be 120. Or let's say if I drop a perpendicular here, this angle will be 90, so this is 60. This is 90, this is 30, so this is again 60. And this becomes an isosceles triangle. This is actually an isosceles triangle because 30 angle are equal, so this two sides are equal. And in isosceles triangle, if you drop a perpendicular, it bisect the base. So if the complete side was 600, this will become 300 and this is also 300. So I'm going to use again 30 60 90 triangle. In 30 60 90 triangle, the side ratio is 1 is to root 3 is to 2. Which side we know? We know the side in front of 60 degree, which is root 3. So root 3 is 300. So 1 will be 300 upon root 3, which is 100 root 3. So this is 100 root 3, this will be 200 root 3. So the side in front of this, it's 200 root 3 and this is also 200 root 3. And this side, it's 100 root 3. फिलहाल हमें इससे मतलब नहीं है. अब इस पूरे ट्राइंगल को देखते हैं. That is a 90 degree triangle. ठीक है, that is 60 degree. अगर वो उसी डायरेक्शन में उड़ता रहता, so that triangle will form. अगर डायरेक्शन चेंज ना करता, वही रहता, तब देखते हैं ये लेंथ कितनी आती है. ध्यान से देखें. So 60, 90 and 30 degree. Which side is given this time? The side in front of 60 degree is given, which is 600. तो रूट 3 अगर 600 है तो 1 कितना होगा? 600 upon root 3. और ये होगा हमारा 200 root 3. That is 200 root 3. So this will be 400 root 3. So 30 के सामने वाला साइड ये हो जाएगा हमारा 200 root 3 और 90 के सामने वाला हो जाएगा 400 root 3. So DB will be 400 root 3. अब ये बताओ CB अगर 200 root 3 था तो CD कितना होगा? What is CD? 400 root 3 complete है, ये 200 root 3 है, so DC will be also 200 root 3. ये डिस्टेंस है 200 root 3. अब ध्यान से देखें, अब वो कह रहा है आफ्टर चेंजिंग द डायरेक्शन द ऑब्जेक्ट ट्रेवल एन एडिशनल डिस्टेंस ऑफ 200 root 3. So this distance it is 200 root 3. बट ये 200 root 3 तो तब आ रहा है जब उसने एंगल चेंज ना किया हो, डायरेक्शन चेंज ना किया हो. यानी कि कहने से उसको जितना टाइम पहले लगना था यहां से यहां तक आने में, अभी भी यहां से यहां तक आने में उतना ही टाइम लगना चाहिए, बिकॉज दिस डिस्टेंस इज आल्सो कमिंग आउट टू बी 200 root 3. अगर डायरेक्शन चेंज करने के बाद ये वाला डिस्टेंस भी 200 root 3 आ रहा है, तो टाइम तो सेम लगना चाहिए था ना, बट लुक एट द फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट सेज इट टुक 3 more minutes। मतलब वो बोल रहा है कि यहां से यहाँ तक आने में जितना टाइम लगा, अब उसको आने में 3 मिनट ज्यादा लगे, मतलब ये डिस्टेंस ज्यादा होना चाहिए। बट ये डिस्टेंस तो कितना आ रहा है, ये डिस्टेंस तो हमारा 200√3 बोल रहा है, वो 200√3 तो ये वाला डिस्टेंस है जब उसने डायरेक्शन चेंज नहीं किया। तो इसका मतलब ये दोनों स्टेटमेंट जो दिए हुए हैं ये आपस में कैसे हैं, ये है इनकंसिस्टेंट विद ईच अदर, बिकॉज सेकंड स्टेटमेंट कुछ और बोल रहा है, फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट कुछ और बोल रहा है। तो अगर हम सेकंड स्टेटमेंट सही मानते हैं तो पहला स्टेटमेंट हमारा गलत हो रहा है, और पहला स्टेटमेंट अगर सही मानते हैं तो सेकंड स्टेटमेंट गलत हो रहा है, फिर ये वाला डिस्टेंस ज्यादा आएगा। बट ये वाला डिस्टेंस तो उसने दे रखा है 200√3, विच इज नॉट पॉसिबल। तो इसका मतलब करेक्ट आंसर इज स्टेटमेंट 4, बोथ द स्टेटमेंट आर कॉन्ट्राडिक्टिंग टू ईच अदर एंड और दे आर इनकंसिस्टेंट विद ईच अदर। ठीक है, कम टू द नेक्स्ट वन। This is easy if you know the rule. If you know the graph of sine and cos, the sine 0 is 0 and sine 90 is 90. Sine 90 is it's 1. So the graph comes out to be of sine, it's like this. There is a sine graph. At 30 it is half. This value is half. And this value is 1. This is half. And what is the graph of cos? Cos 0 is at 1 and cos 90 is 0. So the graph works like this. There is a cos graph. At 60 it is half, right? So ये बताओ, ये जो 0 to 15 का डिफरेंस है, अच्छा पहले लिख लेते हैं, x दिया हुआ है 15 से 5 के बीच में, समवेयर हियर 15 से 5 के बीच में x है। देन द वैल्यू ऑफ sin 30 डिग्री प्लस cos x डिग्री माइनस sin x डिग्री। sin 30 is half and x because it is given as between 15 to 5, तो ये बताओ ये जो वैल्यू है cos की, ये तो लगभग 1 के आसपास ही है ना, और ये जो वैल्यू है वो डेफिनेटली हाफ से छोटी है, क्योंकि 30 भी जाके हाफ होती है, अभी तो छोटी है साइन की वैल्यू तो ये वैल्यू इस रेंज में विल बी लेस देन हाफ एंड दैट वैल्यू विल बी नियर टू 1, क्लोज टू 1। तो इफ यू सी द डिफरेंस, दिस डिफरेंस विल बी डेफिनेटली मोर देन हाफ, this difference will be definitely more than half. If this difference is definitely more than half, the answer is definitely going to be more than 1. So which option will satisfy it? This is minus, no, definitely positive, no, it is not minus 0.5. So answer should be more than 1, which is none of that. So none of the option is satisfying the first one, because the difference for cos x minus sin x will be more than half, definitely. So this is half and this is more than half. The answer is more than 1. Straight away, answer is none of these. So if you know how to draw the graph, it is easier. Okay, come to the next one. Now, this is actually a difficult question. It's a three-dimensional figure. The Okay, first read the question. The question says a boat stationed at north of a lighthouse. Now, lighthouse is somewhere a three-dimensional figure. If you can visualize, this lighthouse is standing like this on the ground, right? Is making an angle of 30 degree with the top of the lighthouse. A boat which is at somewhere, that is, as I'm saying, this is straight, right? This is standing on the ground. So a boat is somewhere here, the top of the lighthouse is making the angle of 30 degree with the boat, that is 30 degree. Simultaneously another boat is stationed at east of the same lighthouse is making an angle of 45 degree with the top of the lighthouse. So another boat you can see that is somewhere here, let's say, which is making an angle of 45 degree. There is again a 90 degree. Do not think it is a tilted line. Again, I am saying this is slightly difficult to explain here because That is a flag is standing like this. So that is making an angle of 90 degree with the ground. That angle is also 90 degree, right? So we need to find out this distance. You can see the figure here. That is a lighthouse. This is a one boat. That is a second boat, which is making an angle of 45 degree. We need to find out the distance between these two boats. That is the question. So again, I'm going to use a 30, 60, 90 triangle that is given as 300. So if I use 30, 60, 90 triangle, I'll directly get the values. This 30 degree, it's 1 is to root 3 is to 2. So the side in front of 30 degree is given as 300. So side in front of 60 degree will be 300 root 3. We need this side. So we get 300 root 3. And similarly here, that is 45, that is 90. So this angle is also 45. So in 45, 45, 90, the side ratio is 1 is to 1 is to root 2. So this is 300 given. So this side will also be 300. This is 300 root 3 and this is 300. And this angle is also 90 on the ground. So we need to find out in north and east. North and east, the angle will be 90 degree now between these two boats. Now if you can visualize like this. So we need to find out the distance between these two boats. So that is 300 root 3. That is 300. We need to find out this distance. So something like that. That is 300 root 3. That is 300. I need to find out this distance. So I'm going to use Pythagoras directly. So the answer will be 300 root 3 whole square plus 300 square. So can I take it 300 square common? So I'll get 3 plus 1 inside. So that is 4 and answer comes out to be 600. So do not open it, take 300 square out and that calculation will become easier. So what is the distance between these two boards? These two boards will be 600. The difficult part was to visualize this question. Generally visualize नहीं होता है कि कैसे कैसे हम explain कर रहे हैं इसको. But I'm sure now you can get it something. Come to the next one. This question says a girl travel along a straight line from point A to B at a constant speed v1 meter per second for t second. Let's say it travels from A to B. v1 for t seconds. So total distance will be v1t. Now from B to C along a straight line at a constant speed of v2 meter per second for another t second, BC is making an angle of 105. So something like that. At this direction, this angle is 105. That is point C. v2 at a speed of 40 time at a speed of v2. If CA it's making an angle of 30 degree with BC. CA, let's say this point is C. If CA it's making an angle of 30 degree with BC. How much time will it take to travel from C to A at a constant speed of v2? And we need to find out time. The time we do not know. Let's say the time is n. We need to find out n. If she travel this direction, see, that is the question. Now this angle is 105, this is 30, so that is 135. So remaining angle will be 45. Again, what I'm doing, I'm dropping a perpendicular from this point. From B to AC, let's say this point is D. Now if you drop a perpendicular, this angle is 90, this is 45. So can I say this angle is also 45? The complete angle is 105, this is 45. So can I say this angle is 60? This is 60, this is 30, this is 90. So again, if you can see, the question becomes a 30, 60, 90 triangle. And I'm sure you are wondering that most of the question are actually we are using 30, 60, 90. When I took geometry, I told you that this is going to be very useful in many of the questions. The side ratio is again 1 is to root 3 is to 2. Which side is given? We know this side. v2t in front of 90. So this is v2t. So this will be v2t upon half. So this side in front of 30, that is v2t upon half. But we need actually this side. This side in front of 60 will be v2t upon half into root 3. That is v2t root 3 upon half. That is the side DC. DC, we get it. Now, look at this triangle. In this triangle, the side ratio is 45, 45, 90. If it is 45, 45, 90, the side ratio is 1 is to 1 is to root 2. Which side is given this time? The side in front of 45 is given, which is v2t upon root 2. So this side will be root 2 times. So that side will be v2t and that side will be v2t upon root 2. So this side will be v2t upon root 2. So can you tell me the length of AC, guys? The length of AC is nothing, it is v2t upon root 2 plus v2t root 3 upon 2. It is my root 2 I have taken. That is v2t upon 2. Sorry, it's not root 2, it is 2. That is v2t upon 2. So this will be also be v2t upon 2. And this will be root 2 times. So actually we need not this side, whatever it is. I'm not bothered. I'm bothered about this side, which is v2t upon 2. So complete side AC is v2t upon 2 plus v2t root 3 upon 2. And that is equal to v2n. So what I'm trying to find out the value of n in terms of t because options are given in terms of t only. So v2 will be cancelled. v2 is cancelled. What is left out? T plus t root 3. That is the value of n. So what is the answer? Answer is 0.5 t root 3 plus 1. 0.5, 1 by 2 is 0.5. T is common and that is root 3 plus 1. So that is the answer, 0.5 root t 3 plus 1 into t. That is the side AC that we need to find out. We need to find out time. So we equate with side AC with v2n. N comes out to be 0.5 t into root 3 plus 1 that we need to find out. So again, guys, I'm repeating my words again and again. It is not trigonometry, it is actually geometry. I do not consider it trigonometry. So trigonometry is nothing more than geometry if you are able to use these two ratios. In 90% of the cases, these two ratios are going to be used. Okay, so I have covered all the topics. I have covered algebra, I have covered geometry, trigonometry, probability, and numbers. Right? So only arithmetic is left out. And I'm planning to have one more lecture which is based on alphanumeric, which is important. So I'll take all the question and I'll take certain more question from my side as well based on alphanumeric. ठीक है तो वो सेशन अटेंड कर लेना देख लेना follow these videos and subscribe this channel if you have not done it till now. Thank you. Bye bye.